It's gone now. It's off. You go.
So that's it. Can I move?
Hey!
You should have had me practicing all morning.
Were you driving with Lulu? Not really driving. So you went from being a singer, a very popular singer, to suddenly being a TV personality. But you didn't just have a television program, you had a very, very successful television program.
Yeah, I went on to have Saturday night programs.
And
Yeah.
as I say, everyone was on it.
That was the great thing. I mean, you know, to have Aretha Franklin, who I was crazy for. I had
Amazing.
Stevie Wonder on my show.
Amazing.
I had Wilson Pickett. I can't even remember, Roberta Flack.
Now, James Bond,
Yes.
one of only a handful of people who have done a James Bond theme. That's incredible. That's amazing, right?
Except I think mine was probably the worst one ever. Mine was not a great song.
Have you heard Madonna's?
Oh, yes, hers was pretty bad.
It's
Probably Madonna and I. That's the only time
No.
Madonna and I could be together.
Yours is a
on
great
anything.
song, and it's also a great Bond movie. But how did it come about?
Well, they asked me. I mean, I don't say, how did you ask me? Why did you ask me? I just thought, oh, that's dead cool. And I'll tell you why.
Insanely cool.
Shall I tell you also why I thought it was cool? Because John Barry wrote the music. But I always had a little crush on John Barry. So I was thrilled to be working with him.
And around the same time, you obviously had The Man Who Sold the World. Again, another classic song.
But it was Bowie's idea to do that song. I first met him, I think, in a studio with Iggy Pop, and Iggy Pop gave me a filthy look. He just did not want me around. I was like, ooh.
Really?
But
He was jealous, that's why.
the meeting that sticks out in my mind, I was touring, I was in Sheffield. He came to see me that day. So David came over and spoke very posh, you know, almost posh. Hello, very nice to see you. And where are you working here? I'm working. And almost like that.
Yeah.
And asked me to go to the concert that night. I said, fine. He said, I'll get tickets. I said, a cough. I mean, he was very, very sort of debonair and gracious. I went to the concert, and that night there was a big party, and it went on all night. And during the night, he said to me, I think very, very early on in the night, he said, I love your voice. I was like, oh my God. And I want to record you. I want to make a mother hit with you. And I went, and at the same time, my brain, as my brain works, I thought, yeah, right.
Right, okay.
We'll see. You know, I was very impressed. I was quite flattered. I was very flattered. Anyway, that's how it happened. He called me the next day, said, when can we meet? I went to his hotel in London. Where was he staying? Hyde Park? I was staying Hyde Park. And he said, but that's the one I want you to do. He played his version of The Man Who Sold the World.
Wow.